Hi there. I didn't have any makeup on yet today, and I have to get ready. So I thought I'd jump on and do just a quick Cheetah hack video for you using one of my favorite new brushes, the Buff brush. This one's great for providing a good full coverage. It also I'm starting to use brushes, the smaller end, for applying the cream, just so that I don't have to use quite as much. It's good to use your fingers at the beginning as you're learning and getting a feel for placement, especially around the bottom of that cheekbone. But now that I'm pretty comfortable with it, I'm going to get started here. So we're always lifting up, okay? We want to rise our face up, right? Gravity already takes care of the droopiness over time. And so we want to help fight that. So I'm starting with my brightening highlight. I used to put it up here. I've stopped because, as you can see, I've got a pretty deep wrinkle there. Although, shout out for our skincare. I've noticed an improvement just after using our skincare for about 2 weeks now. Like, I can see a noticeable difference. But if you do have any of those deeper creases that you don't want to highlight, don't highlight it. Just put your regular, your main highlight on there. And so that's what I'm doing now. So I did my brightening highlight. Now I'm going to just come in with my main highlight color. I don't do it in my cheek area because I like to stick with just that single layer of makeup, and I've already got stuff that I'm planning on putting there. Now our makeup is buildable, so some things I do prefer to build and not do in just a single layer, especially at the beginning. For example, a lot of times I will do my 2 highlights and my contour and blend it all, and then I'll come in later afterward with my cheek and my bronzer so that I can see the difference. Otherwise, when you blend it, you're kind of like, well, what am I seeing? And so that just kind of highlights it a little bit easier, and it's especially great when you're just starting out. Okay, so there's my 2 highlights, and now I'm going to come in with my contour, and I'm using the pointier edge of my brush for that. You don't have to. That's just what I've found I like to do. And when I do my contour, I stop like where my outer brows stop. So if you're looking for a guide, let that be it. I like to bring it down the edges of my nose, again using that point so that it's a little bit easier to apply. But that's just going to kind of give you a longer, leaner look on your nose. And then we're going to go for the cheeks. So right underneath that bone, I can feel it now. But at the beginning, I always used my fingers. And again, you're going to want to stop at that outer edge of your eye because you're trying to do the darker colors on the outside and the lighter towards the middle. That's kind of how our face is built, and it's going to give you the most natural look. So there's our cheeks. And then we're going to do our jawline. And then I'm going to come right in with that point. Do some under my lip there. Can you see it plump it up already? I love that. And then I'm just going to wipe any extra I have right up there and down my cheeks. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to just start stippling. As you age, stippling is your friend. This is not going to be as, you're not going to tug on your skin quite so much with it, doing it this way. And you're pressing it into any of those fine lines or just textured areas that we tend to get as we age. When you're young, long. When you're young, this doesn't have to matter quite so much. I see a lot of videos when they're young too, and they will do a big bright highlight under their eye. I don't, because when I do that, it really highlights those fine lines. And in fact, what you can do is, if the stippling is still kind of leaving some settling in those lines, you can grab our perfector sponge, get it wet, wring it out really good, and then after you've applied your makeup, stipple it right underneath here, and it's going to take away any of the excess and just leave you with what you need, and it's going to get rid of any of that telltale signs of aging. All right, so I'm just going to keep on stippling away. Sometimes I like to switch hands. Getting better at using just my right hand for both sides of my face, but honestly, just reaching across my body weird sometimes is uncomfortable. Now, I do tend to brush up in here because I don't want that sort of no makeup line in my hairline. Again, stippling, getting those signs of aging, which honestly I'm kind of proud of. Been here for a while now. I've earned them. Now, when we get to our contour on our cheek, we're going to want to go up and back, and it's going to help with that lifting. So up. All right. And now, let's finish up with a good lip and cheek. I am honestly just loving our new Renaissance. Oh, she's just so pretty. So, it's a great burgundy color, and I'm going to go ahead and use it on my cheeks too. So I'm going to come right in here, and I'm kind of leaving some room at the top because I want to do some Bella bronzer as well. So there we have that. And again, this just kind of helps you see the colors a little easier. And I didn't add makeup here. I just kind of blended it into this space. So we're still working with a single layer for the most part. All right, and then just for some extra warmth, I love to add Bella every day. She's my girl. So I'm going to go in with our smudge brush. I've been loving this. You can see I've been using it for my lipstick and my Bella. So I'm going to do that C right around my eye here. I also like to do a little dab there. And some down here because that's where the sun will naturally hit. I'm going to stop at that inner eyebrow. And I'm going to actually come in with my brush and bronzer. I can't talk today. Blush and bronzer brush for this one. It's just a little softer and works great for blush and bronzer. And I like to just bring some down, make sure I'm all one color. Let's do one more last. blend, always with my line brush for my brows, because again, lift, see the difference? And there we have it. Thanks.